Apple announces game mode for macOS. Xbox Game Show promised to be different this Sunday. Square Enix is reportedly panicked about Final Fantasy XVI's pre-orders numbers, and we're going to be reacting to a new Nintendo game and a new Resident Evil movie. This week's gaming news starts now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome back to Max Cube Gaming News, guys. And let's begin with our first of 5 announcements this week. And let's begin as, thanks to Mac Rumors, finally, guys, finally, there's some signs of effort and importance from Apple as they announced yesterday in their WWDC announcements that a game mode is coming to the new Mac OS, guys. The new Mac OS update 14 will prioritize CPU and GPU power for running titles, thereby improving gaming hardware performance, guys, across the board. For example, game mode making gaming on Mac even more intensive by dramatically lowering audio latency with AirPods. Apple says it's also doubled with the Bluetooth simplicity rates for pairing the Xbox and PS5 controllers, while the new game porting toolkit for developers makes it easy for games to be ported from different platforms. This also indicates that game mode works with any game, including all the recent and upcoming Mac games, according to Apple. The beta for the new OS is available through Apple Developer Program, developer.apple.com, and it starts today, guys. So if you guys want that public beta, get your butts over there and get it. For somebody who has dealt with Macs and dealt with Apple products for a very, very long time, finally. I do play on my MacBook Air World of Warcraft, but I can't play anything else that is stronger. I can't play something like Resident Evil 4. I can't play something like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Something with under Steam's engine without it having such an impact on latency and performance dip. Also, it's finally understandable that Mac OS, Apple themselves, are showing some more interest into the topic of allowing gamers to use their items at its peak performance. You're looking at computers that are going for $2,000 to $3,000 that do not meet the expectations for gamers. It meets the expectations for everyone else. If you're a developer, if you're a creator, if you do editing, if you do photo editing or any other software engineering or software stuff, it's good for you. But if you want longevity in gaming, you got 1 year and that's it. So it's great to hear that they're creating a mode in the OS that supports gamers. Now let's see how it impacts the gaming community as a whole. Are they going to be more comfortable in buying a $2,000 MacBook Pro or $2,000 iMac rather than a custom build? What's your thoughts in the comments below? Let me know, guys, because for me, it's a mark of a huge beginning. Next, this is Polygon.com. This year's Xbox Game Showcase promised to be different, according to executives. Xbox Aaron Greenberg sets, but does not temper expectations. And I quote, Xbox is setting expectations for its big Xbox Game Showcase on Sunday, saying that the 2-hour show won't overpromise the way its previous showcase did, and the E3 keynotes have. But the company is now also tempting the expectations about what is coming from Xbox Game Studios and Bethesda Software. They're indicating that Xbox fans will be treated to, and I quote, games, 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 and Starfield, end quote. This is by Vice President of Xbox Games Marketing, Aaron Greenberg, on Twitter. He also indicates that none of the Xbox first party games at the Xbox Games Showcase are full CG trailers, and I quote, seemingly a response to a recent CG heavy showcase from PlayStation makers and Sony, pretty much criticizing that we don't want CG trailers, we want actual gameplay. It's a good thing. And they're also indicating that some of the Xbox past showcase were early in development titles like Fable, Perfect Dark, and Avowed were revealed. Greenberg pledged that, and I quote, everything is either in-game footage, in-game engine, or in-game footage with cinematics. Each of our trailers will be labeled so it is clearly for our fans. Indicating also, continuing, that the vice president indicated, perhaps cheekily, that there, and I quote, be no movie trailers in our game show. That's a little bit of jabs coming from them when Sony did a showcase for the Gran Turismo movie, which is non-game, like video game related, but it is what it is. And yeah, guys, expect that to be this Sunday, 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central Eastern Standard Time. So, what are your thoughts about this, guys? I'm excited. I'm hopefully, highly skeptical, not skeptical, but like highly open-minded about what Xbox is gonna show when it comes to their games. They need to step it up. They have Bethesda, they have Starfield, but give us more. And yes, it's less cinematic, more in-game, more actual trailers, more in-game, in-engine footages, and yes, no movies. Sony kind of gave us a whole bunch of like promise, but no actual fudge, no actual filling, except for the Spider-Man 15-minute showcase that they showed in-game showcase, which is phenomenal. So if Xbox does this on Sunday, they're gonna have a great time. I'm gonna have a great time, and it's gonna be a positive for them. Next, you guys, it's a new report on Final Fantasy 16 as Game Rant indicates Square Enix is reportedly panicked over Final Fantasy 16's pre-order numbers. The report indicates that Square Enix is panicked behind the scenes regarding its pre-order of Final Fantasy 16. And the new reports from Gaming Insiders indicates that they're panicked over the numbers. Once again, the highly anticipated 16 entry is finally set to release later this month. Executives from PlayStation, Sony, PS5 are stating that fans have received tons of information on the game in various forms, previews, interviews, and videos about Final Fantasy 16, but however, their demand has not met their expectations, you guys. I honestly feel like what's happening is there's still a bitter taste on gamers' mouths from Final Fantasy 15. And quite frankly, everyone's waiting for part 2 of Final Fantasy 7. Everyone. No one really is like caring much about 16. And the trailers are okay with here and there of gameplay, but let's be honest, we want Final Fantasy 7's second part, and that's it. Release that first, then see how the returns are going to be for 16. But if pre-orders are low, it's because they're competing right now in a very, very high market base with Street Fighter 6. And gamers are leaning more on that end because Street Fighter 6 has succeeded very, very, very well. That is overshadowing 16's release time and pre-order numbers. So what are your thoughts? Are you getting 16? I'm gonna wait on 16 just like I'm gonna wait on Street Fighter 6 because right now I'm engraved with World of Warcraft. So I want to give it its time. I'm still finishing Legend of Zelda. We'll be doing a review on that as well when I'm done with it. But yeah, are you getting 16? Let me know. And lastly, guys, we're gonna be reacting to, that's right, a Pikmin 4 official trailer. Let's begin. Olimar. Yeah, he's so cute. Yeah, Lord, that volume, that way we don't get copyright strikes or whatever. But let's see. Oh, okay. Some missions. Rescue the corpse. Ooh, custom Pikmin. That's so cool. So gameplay, these are actual cinematic in game. Okay. July 21st of this year, guys. Pikmin 4 is coming out. Very exciting, interesting. The fact that you're able to create your own Pikmin is pretty cool. And, you know, I like Pikmin story. It's cute. It's a good game for kids, good game for fans. And hopefully it succeeds, guys. Let's see what is next. Last but not least. Last but not least, you guys, it's the trailer for a new Resident Evil movie. Nice. Chris, chill. Leon, Claire. I think that's Rebecca. Wow. So dope. Top dope. Oh man, sinister face. So they're fighting in Alcatraz. Let's go. Like Power Rangers from Resident Evil. Oh wow. All right, steroid Chris. It's looking good. That's so freaking cool. All of them in one movie. All of them in one movie. Wow, that's a first. I think that's a first. That's probably a first. That is probably a first. July 25th. I think I've never watched a Resident Evil movie that's had every single character or game. I don't think 6 had Jill or Claire, if I recall. But all of them, even Rebecca from Zero. Rebecca is one of those characters who has been like thrown in a corner, barely mentioned ever since 0 and 1. That's it, I think. Yeah, obviously, because the new generation is not about Jill or anybody or Claire or Leon yet. With the remake of 4 and the success of 4, we might have more stories about Leon. But who knows, guys? I'm excited for this. I've never seen a movie with all 5 major characters. Actually, all 4. Once again, Rebecca's more of a, I guess, C tier character or B tier character. But all 4 major franchise characters, Joe Valentine, Chris and Claire Redfield, and Leon Kennedy. I'm probably gonna watch this movie and review it because I'm very excited. It looks pretty much like the Avengers of Resident Evil. Let me know your thoughts of it. And yeah, guys, this is it for this week's gaming news. It's been kind of a little dry, but you know, it is what it is. Once again, I am gonna be streaming almost every single day. Right now, we are on our journey, not only in Legend of Zelda, but we're also in a World of Warcraft classic, Wrath the Lich King PvP, as we are leveling up to 80 to begin our physical combat player versus player journey to the top with Team The Elite. But yeah, let me know in the comments below your thoughts of this video. All feedback is great feedback, and have a good morning, good afternoon, and good night. I'll see you guys on the other side. Cheers.